This episode of Adventures in Erylia is brought to you by Fred on Fire, Stephen A., Drig the Fighter, and Avora Dawn on Patreon. You can join them in supporting the show at patreon.com/adventures in Erylia. Hello, and welcome to Adventures in Erylia, a podcast where 5 friends sit around the table and record themselves playing Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Caitlin. I play Tempest, a Water Genasi Ranger.
I'm Krista, and I play Ariel, an Asmar Divine Soul Sorceress.
I'm Chantel, and I play Kenina, a Tiefling Sorcerer.
I'm Chris, and I play Rim, a Human Paladin.
And I'm Damien. I'm the DM.
I'm Stephen John Drew from the official GonnaGeek.com show, a weekly geek news podcast that is a part of the GonnaGeek network, just like the show you're checking out now. Shows on the network are individually owned, and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other awesome geeky shows at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
Previously on Adventures in Erylia, Kenina delivered the writ of deeds she had written for the party to Lorelei to pass on to the Guildmasters. She then met up with the rest of the girls for dinner, while Rem remained buried inside of books, maps, and charts, planning for the upcoming journey to the Fey Vale. After eating, Kenina and Tempest made their way up to the Guildmaster's chamber for their meetings. Oberyn wished Kenina good luck with whatever Beery has in store for her before leaving the city with Tempest. After everyone split up, Ariel realized she had some things to plan with the group and went to write everyone a note for the following day. Meanwhile, Kenina made the bold decision to bond with Fioch, with Doitean's blessing. Rem, it's starting to get pretty deep into the evening, somewhere around the 8:30, 9 o'clock range. Are you going to stay out in the Great Hall all night?
No, he'll fold up the maps and stuff, and anything that belonged to the guild, he'll return to their shelves, and he'll package his notes and take them into his room, get ready for bed.
Ariel, would you have delivered your notes already?
Yeah, basically after everybody had left and she was sitting there by herself, she just got up and went and wrote. She didn't write really long letters, so she wrote some quick little notes and stuck them underneath all the doors.
Okay.
And then I didn't get to say, she's gonna, the rest of the night, just get her bag prepped and ready for morning, and then go through all that ritual stuff that she had got and put it in little containers and stuff, so it's all in her bag. Probably grab a book and read.
Rem, as you walk into your room, your foot scuffs a little bit as you kick a folded up letter across your bedroom floor.
And lean down and pick it up and read it.
All right, it's a letter from Ariel.
Another horse?
So as you you read the note from Ariel, you drop your stuff off. What is Rem's plans with the rest of his night?
Right now, he's probably just gonna stretch out on his bed. He's been kind of sitting and hunched, writing at candlelight for a while, so he's just gonna relax, basically.
Is he planning to stay awake, or is he just gonna kind of relax until he falls asleep?
Probably just relax till he passes out.
Okay. Tempest.
Yes.
You and Oberyn arrive at the edge of a forested area. You can see the trees get denser the deeper that you look into the woods. Oberyn kind of stops. It felt a little bit abrupt, but it seems like he kind of knew exactly where he was trying to end up. How good would you say you are at tracking?
Pretty damn good.
All right then. The bear that we seek is in these woods.
Okay. Tempest is going to start scanning the ground and looking for tracks that seem appropriate for an ancient grizzly bear.
If you travel far enough to the west that you reach the road, you've gone too far. If you travel far enough to the east that you reach the sea, you've gone too far. As you travel north, if you find yourself on the opposite end of this forest and into a clearing, you've gone too far. If you find yourself back here, you've also gone too far.
Thanks for the pointers. Should I roll a survival check now?
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
Was that a 1? Did you just roll a 1? Did you eat those words already?
So what's the total?
It doesn't matter. It was a
4?
1.
No, it does matter.
Oh, 7. Still not great.
You start looking around at the ground around you, trying to find the tracks of what you imagine an ancient grizzly bear would be. And Oberyn looks at you, tilts his head a little bit. I don't think you're going to find tracks out here. The bear stays in the woods.
Tempest will straighten up, a little embarrassed, just like, this is good point, and move a little farther in, maybe like 5 minutes worth of.
Okay, so you walk a pace about 5 minutes into the woods. Go ahead and roll another survival check.
No. 22!
You begin making your way deeper into the forest, and after a few minutes, you feel like you're far enough in to start actually looking for tracks now. And what you do see like parts of bushes that have been like completely trampled over, like a very large creature just walked through the bushes as if they weren't even there. And you bend down at one of these areas and see in what was once some dried mud a bear print that is about probably 2 to 3 times the size of your hand. Roll me a perception check.
Ooh, 9.
You lean down and you're investigating this track. What would your next move be?
Determine which direction the tracks are going and try and find the path that it's making to follow that.
Okay, based on being able to have seen a print, you can look at where the heel of the paw was and where the claws are, and you can imagine that it was going, in this case, would have been towards the west, kind of the northwest direction. And as you're turning, trying to find evidence of where it came from, you realize something. You're alone.
I'll, do a quick scan, but figure that Oberyn's probably posted up in a tree just watching me. He seems like that kind of guy. I don't think he would have abandoned me, but he seems that I've been told that he's very I don't know what a good word for it is. He spends a lot of time not being seen. So I guess he's good at observing without being observed.
And as you begin following the tracks, you're kind of looking from, like, you've seen a track, you know which direction it is. And even though areas of the ground aren't all, previously soft and muddy enough for you to be able to clearly follow the path, one thing that you do notice is the stride of this creature, like from where it looks like one paw was placed and then the next time it was placed down, is somewhere in the 7 to 9 feet span.
Wait, it's very tall.
And you're following along parts that you can see branches snapped off of trees. Some of the smaller trees you can see have been like leaned over and their roots are coming out of the ground. Roll me an investigation check.
9. I don't have a good investigation.
Thankfully, this is a relatively large and obvious thing for you to see, and because it's starting to get later, you guys walked for a couple hours. You're probably at about 9:30, 10 p.m. at night, so the sun has gone down. You're in the tail ends of dusk, so it's starting to get to a point that you're going to be struggling to see here really soon without doing something to light your way. But because it has gotten so dark, something that stands out to you is a larger tree that you can see the lighter white inside of the bark from a scar of where a large clawed creature went and raked its claws down the tree. The claw marks that you see, you look up and they start somewhere between 15 and 20 feet up the tree. You can see that the width of these claws remind you of what Rem's war pick looks like. And you hear off in the distance a low grumble between a growl and a roar. Perception check.
24.
With a roll that high, you can almost directly pinpoint that it carried far. At the pace that you've been taking, it's probably going to be about another 45 minutes to the northeast of where you stand right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll look around and see if I can see Oberon again. And if not, just start.
I'll let you carry that perception check over as you're looking for Oberon, and you do not see him.
Okay. Then I will just...
don't see anything that looks like it could have been him.
Then I'll just start walking in the direction that I know the sound came from.
All right. As you begin traveling that direction, as the forest starts getting to be a bit denser as time goes on into night, it's getting difficult for you to see. You're realizing that you can't see more than like 5 or 10 feet in front of you. Your eyes have been adjusting a little bit as darkness has started to fall, but the forest itself is so dense that you're not getting any like moonlight to shine through other than small patches.
Tempest is definitely kicking herself right now. Like, why couldn't I have been more of a morning person? This would be so much easier in the daylight. Why did I agree to do this at night? I don't have dark vision like everybody else. Tempest will, she's got her Moon Touch short sword in its sheath at her side, as she always does when she is adventuring, and will just sort of pull it out an inch or two, like she's done in the past, to act as a bit of it's a dim light.
And it does illuminate the area around you for the, 5 or 10 feet that the short sword gives you?
Well, so it's bright in a 15-foot and then dim for additional 15, so I think we decided that if I'm only cracking it open, it would be about 5 feet of light.
So you've got light for about 5 feet, which, as you're walking through the forest, is making it harder to see where you're going. You're starting to make a lot of your progress just based off of where you remember hearing that sound and doing a lot of it by feel.
So you said I was about a 35-minute walk away from where it was when I first heard it. How long have I been walking?
About another 10-15 minutes, so you've gotten about half the way. Roll perception.
13.
You don't know if it's just that this creature that you're tracking has moved in the time that you've started to walk in this direction, but every once in a while you still hear, like, you're in a forest that has been largely cleared out of other creatures, so you're in a very quiet forest, which means that sound is traveling a decent amount. However, it is reflecting and bouncing off of trees. You can, like, hear as it sounds like it's tearing branches off of trees off to the side, and you're getting off course just a little bit. It's moving further to the east than to the north from where you were. What is Tempest's goal as you start to get closer to it?
Well, the goal of tonight was to track it down and sort of get a better idea of what's going on with it. So I would say my goal for tonight is at least to get eyes on it
Okay.
from a safe distance.
If it bleeds,
We'll
we
see
can kill
how
it.
safe of a distance you can get to it.
Yeah,
Within
considering I can
a
only
forest
see.
where you can only see about 5
I think
to 10 feet away.
as this, because you said it's starting to get harder and harder to move around, I would open up the sword a little bit more.
Okay, what are you going for with opening the sword up more?
Dim light in 15 feet.
Okay. Now that you've opened up the sword to have dim light for about 15 feet, it is getting easier to track where, like, branches have been broken or torn off because, like, the lighter white inside of the tree almost shines and reflects the light back at you because there is so little light in this area and they're surrounded by dark bark. Kenina, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Saving throw 19.
So the man that you've seen constantly around Fioch through these visions got extremely angry and accusatory at you and swung this axe down at you.
Mm-hmm.
And as it would have made contact, the scene of being in a ruined desert town disappears, and you find yourself on a familiar mountain clearing. So you've made it this far.
Indeed, I have. I'm feeling quite well. Has this all been part of the trial so far?
Yes, this is the trial of bonding with the Dragonbonds. We don't understand all of the magic behind it, know why this is your work. But what I can tell you is not many tribes have been able to succeed.
I've seen what seems like the creation of Fioch, and there was a man who seemed to wield it. He seemed quite upset at the concept of me taking Fioch.
That sounds like
Everett?
the first member of Fioch, the first to bond with you. The dragon rider that is responsible for starting the Dragonbonds. That rage and anger and hate made him a powerful warrior, but it also led to him being incredibly selfish and controlling, and wanting to have this power for himself instead of for the good of his people. And as he spoke with the other members, he was able to convince many of them that they should be the ones in charge, and they were the ones that had the power, that no one could stand against them. For the most part, they were right. That's why it took the gods getting involved to be able to end things.
Does he still hold influence over the axe? It seems like they were quite connected. Is he still the present factor of all these visions that I've been seeing?
I know the sort of connection to him. Have you?
I've seen him in the visions, and he seemed very convinced when he interacted with me that he was able to witness me going throughout the history of Fioch, and he was, like I said, very angry and territorial about the axe.
It is possible. It's similar to him. It's someone who's like the way somewhere outside of the mortal realm, and outside of where him and I have interacted from what I can feel within myself, my bond is I am no longer bound to cover.
What happened to Kevrak towards the end of the Dragon Wars? I know you said the gods had to be involved in the separation of dragons and the dragon-bonded fighters, but do you know specifically what happened and what became of him?
I do not know specifically, but there were fights between the dragon realms and the every once in a while, since the dragon was there, someone manages to find a piece of food and reawaken his body and gets glimpses of what it was.
I see. So how do we continue this trial? I take it from what you said that I'm not quite done here yet.
You are right. There are still a few stages of the trial. And he bows to you once again.
Ina will brace herself, flex a bit. She's ready.
You take 4 points of fire damage.
But a singe.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 9.
As the mists of this mountain seem engulfed you, and the last thing you see is Doitean bowing his head at you, you find yourself in a stone chamber, and you can hear off to your left a sound of fire.
As always, Kenina is drawn towards the flames.
As you turn, you see Beery standing in the vault of the guild hall, standing in front of a dome of fire, in front of a pedestal where Fioch was once held. You can see some singes on Beery's robes from where it looks like this dome of fire that surrounds you has lashed out at the surrounding area and has inflicted some moderate damage at her as well.
I think Kenina just on instinct will reach out toward Mistress Beery and she'll just be like, oh, are you okay?
Wait, aren't you in there?
That was where I grabbed the axe.
How are you here?
Your guess is as good as mine. I seem
What's happening?
About that. Kenina will kind of shuffle her feet. I may have made a bit of a decision. I got ported to the mountainside where I usually meet with Doitean in dreams.
Uh-huh.
And we've initiated a sort of trial.
What sort of trial?
Well, the trial involves me becoming a bit of a bonded with the axe.
You're bonding with Fioch?
I figured that if anybody was to, it's better me than anybody else. You know, that was my thought process there.
And you weren't even going to ask us first?
I did consider it, but I figured that this was as good as a chance as any.
Well, I think it's too late to stop that now. Are you okay?
Kenina will look at herself, pat herself down, and be like, yeah, no, I'm doing good.
Are you still in there?
Kenina will just pinch herself.
Take 1 point of piercing damage.
Piercing?
I don't know, what would you call what would you call a pinch?
Pinch damage.
Yeah.
Piercing's probably the best out of those.
She'll just be like, it seems for whatever reason I've been ordered out here and I don't seem to have the axe anymore. I'm not sure.
Now why are you here?
I don't know.
Out here. I figured you're still in there.
That's what I thought. I was told the trial wasn't done.
So it's part of the trial then.
Seems.
Interesting.
You think I should check if the axe is still in the
We're
dome?
going to have a bit of conversation when you come back.
Kenina will shuffle her feet a bit and just look slightly abashed, but she stands firm by her decision.
You take 14 points of fire damage. As you find yourself in a different stone area. It's like the walls of the vault and everything above the floor just kind of faded away and new walls formed further off in the distance in their place. Roll me a perception check.
I knew the eyeball dice would be good for perception. All right. 17.
It's hard to say that you recognize this place because it's not somewhere that you've spent time before, but you have an almost like vague familiarity with it. And as you peer around a little bit closer, you realize that this is a place of dwarven construction. As you start to look around, you see a recognizable kind of orange-yellow glow off through one of the archways, and you can hear this sound of almost stone rubbing over stone.
I guess Kenina will approach the glow off in the archway.
As you walk through the archway, you see that you're once again in the area that you had seen previously, with a lava flow that is powering some metal forges. But one thing that stands out as different to you now is as your eyes follow the lava flow against where it is going towards its source, you can see that sitting on top of this stone-made aqueduct is a red glowing orb, which you recognize as being the orb that was previously placed inside of Fioch's claw.
Kenina will approach the orb.
You walk along the edge of this lava flow towards where the orb is, and you reach out to it into what is lava. As you reach out for this orb, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't remember our house rules for inspiration. Do I need to apply it before or after?
You can apply it after.
Okay. So yeah, I will use my inspiration effectively.
All right.
Okay. Well, would be a 10.
He's rolling dice.
You take 19 points of fire damage.
Ooh. That'd be 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was quite a big hit, so Kenina will wince, but
Is Kenina still conscious?
she is. She is conscious and looking to grab that orb.
As you reach out to the orb and this, you're reaching your hand in towards this lava, it runs up your arm and engulfs you. And you find yourself on the floor of the vault, wielding Fioch.
Yes!
The way I picture it is that you're on your knees and hands, with both of your hands gripped around the handle that makes up Fioch, and this dome fades around you and falls back into the floor. You will immediately take 2 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh, fair.
And you're coming to, and you just hear Beery. Oh, you're back in the right spot this time. Hey, Fioch is still there. What happened? And you hear in the back of your mind,
Congratulations. You have bonded with me, Fioch.
Yeah, I think Kenina a bit out of it, because she has now just felt the weight of the world pressing down on her. She's looking a little worse for wear. And she feels so tired now. She's just like, it seems like I've done it. I've successfully bonded with the axe.
yeah, it's a good thing that you're resistant to fire damage.
It's a very good thing. I wasn't rolling too hot for my Constitution saving throws.
I stayed up with 4 hit points to my name.
Rem, you've laid down for a while. Your back is eased up a little bit as you're no longer sitting hunched over working. What are you doing?
Probably just mentally making checklists and going over them, trying to make sure he's squared away for what he needs to have, and double checking in his own head if he's taking care of the things he needs to do.
Does he stay kind of in his room until he just decides to fall asleep?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
He has no reason to go out. Tempest is gone. Ariel's in her room. He doesn't know that Kenina's burning herself alive.
I have a question. When does Ariel get to discover, learn how to do rituals?
The game doesn't go heavy into the mechanics of how. I imagine that it's something that Ariel will have spent time, you're in the guild, you've got access to the library and teachers and other resources, so I imagine that it's one of those things that throughout the time you've been here, you've talked to Kenina and other people and read, since you are such a book person, on the process of learning how to use a spell book for learning rituals.
So the rituals that I picked, are we just saying that those are in the scroll, or how did...
They're ones that you've researched and chosen.
Okay. Then that's probably what Ariel's going to be doing, is writing down the couple that she has found into her scroll.
All right, so Ariel is spending her time going through a number of books that she collected from the library. And I imagine that in the few days that you've been back, you've started to pick up a couple books and learn a little bit about the process of casting these rituals. And that's how you knew for the spells that you wanted to learn what ingredients to get when you were at GizGigs today. And now that you've successfully found the ingredients, you've decided that you've got your scroll, your spell book, so you've got something to copy them into. So now it's time for you to go through, there's what it probably is being in the guild hall is there is a section in the library that is starter spells for ritual casters, volume 37, that you picked up and brought with you. And so you've got the scroll rolled out on, do you have a writing desk, or would it just be the floor?
She has a small table, so she probably would have just moved the small table over to her big chair and is just plopped in the chair and hunched over the little table.
All right, and you have your copy of the beginner's ritual spell book opened, and you're copying the inscriptions and the incantations that you need to know to be able to cast your rituals. And since they're rituals, you're going to have the sigils that you need to draw out and the ingredients and where they go. Is Ariel going to attempt to cast a ritual before she goes to sleep tonight?
Yeah, I think while she's getting her scrolls all ready and getting all the information in there, she's curious enough and such an animal lover that she's gonna mess around with her finding familiar ritual and see if she can do it.
All right, so Ariel begins casting Find Familiar. You've got all of the diagrams you need for it. You've picked up the brazier and the incense that you need to consume to be able to cast it. If someone were to walk by the room right now, they'd wonder, you're in somewhere that the other people do magic. I'm sure they understand what's happening, but the people walking by just smell incense burning. Someone's getting it.
I don't have a familiar picked out, and since this is her first time,
do I need to pick one for you?
I kind of want to roll and see
Let
what
the dice
roll.
decide.
All right.
So I'll just start at the top of the list. Will be 1.
Okay.
It's a 9. Oh no!
Spider.
It's a poisonous snake.
So Ariel begins conducting her ritual. She has the brazier of incense set in the center. Ariel cleared off the floor so that she could take the charcoal and start drawing out the diagram needed to cast the Find Familiar ritual. And you placed your brazier in the center of it, filled it up with the required amount of incense, and as you go over the incantations and the hand motions, needed, the incense go from smoking to being immediately consumed in a flash, and there is a pop, an audible pop, and coiled up inside this brazier is a small, white with kind of yellow, rose goldy, speckled through its scales snake. It picks its head up and turns around slowly and ends up locking eyes with Ariel. Hello?
You talk!
You brought me here.
I did. Ariel's a little bit intimidated because she has read about snakes in all of her readings about animals, and she does know that there's poisonous ones. Is this one that looks familiar to something she would have seen in a book, or is this like a not as common or not something that actually exists in the world kind of snake?
It's not something that Ariel immediately recognizes from anything she's read. There's similarities to it, but the way that it's colored and everything seems very unique.
What kind of snake are you?
I'm a spiritual snake.
Do you exist elsewhere besides, like, right now? Have you existed before? Or did I just, like, create you? Or what happened?
You've pulled me here.
Where did I pull you from?
The spirit realm.
Have others pulled you?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. Do you have a name from wherever you are from?
No.
Oh. Cool.
Like, the stat block for it, too. It's a tiny snake. So, like, I'm thinking kind of like gardener's snake at the largest, or no, corn snake? Corn snakes are the real tiny ones, like that sized.
Okay. So I guess you're mine now.
Well, you summoned me.
Do you eat things?
I can.
Oh, what do you like?
Crickets?
Well, in the morning, I'm gonna be going for a pretty long walk.
Do I get to go with you?
You want to go with me?
I can stay here, it's fine.
I might be able to find crickets along the way. I can bring one of my jars. Sure, you can... You want to... Okay, you can go with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to reading and stuff now. I don't know what you want to do, but yeah. Do you like a pillow? I can put a pillow right there on the floor. You can curl up in it. What do you like sleeping on?
I like soft things.
Okay, and
This is cold.
I'm gonna grab
and hard.
I'm gonna grab a...
It bites the edge of the brass brazier.
Oh. I'm gonna, like, take the brass brazier very carefully and just try to tip it so I can just slither out of the brass brazier.
Just onto the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just carefully.
You tip it out onto the floor. It kind of curls up around itself a couple times and rests its head over, like, the rest of its body. Its tiny little eyes are blinking at you.
I'll take one of the big pillows because my comfy chair has like 3 or 4 pillows can relax into. So I'll take one of those and I'll just like set it on the ground and look down at it and be like, yep. And then go back to my like gathering all of my stuff and going back to what I'm doing. It slithers
over the rest of its body as it makes its way towards the pillow that you just put on the ground next to it and climbs up onto the pillow and curls up into the center of the pillow. It lays its head back over its body in your direction and blinks at you.
She finishes what she's doing and then she leans back and just like puts her book up over her face so she can't see the snake.
Rem, you've laid in bed for a while and like your back is starting to relax a little bit and ease up. Are you planning to do anything before you like fall asleep?
Not particularly.
Okay, so at some point, whenever it would naturally come to Rem, you fall asleep. As you drift off, you hear this sound before you kind of see anything. It sounds like a slow flow of water that every once in a while has the sound of a bubble popping.
Oh no, back in the bathroom.
The next thing that kind of hits you is this acrid smell that almost burns your nostrils. You begin to look around and see yourself in like a decaying and withering forest area. The ground beneath you is covered in dead leaves, and underneath you can feel it's like hard packed, like it doesn't see much natural rainfall. The sound where you can hear that slow flowing water, you look over and you can see like a oily sheen stream that has kind of a hazy green riding on top of it. And then you hear behind you, "Well, hello."
Turn slowly and over your shoulder.
And you turn, and the first thing that you see is like the collapsed corner of a large building. And continue looking, and you can see where like the window is shattered and partially caved in. And then you see a large double door that's one is fallen off its hinges inside, and the other half of it is barely hanging on. And you recognize a ruined, destroyed sort of church building. And inside, kind of its head is leaned down, you see a very large, green-scaled creature. A large, spine-frilled crown runs up its nose and over down its head. And you can see further inside, its large wings are tethered, and it has a long, lithe body.
Who are you?
Who are you to demand mine for an introduction?
The introduction would be you telling me who you are, and I'll tell you who I am. Nim? Nim, I am Rim.
Roll me a perception check.
9.
It takes a minute before you start to really notice it. And it's as they reach the name that you feel that filigreed pattern on your hand start to ache and heat up and burn again.
He's gonna try to ignore the pain for now, not show it off. Can I do like a history check to see if I remember reading the name Nim when I was reading about the dragons?
Yes.
13.
So, yes, you do recognize Nim from the tablet.
Okay, so Nim will just, kind of think about that for a moment, and then he'll be like, Nim, the green dragon that was spoken of on the dragon tablet at the Dwarven Kingdom? What is this place?
This is where I
Currently? In history?
since the fall.
And where is this place?
I don't know.
This is mortals.
Some sort of temple?
It appears that's what I've been given.
Where is your rider?
Go ahead and roll me a d20. Just a flat d20.
16.
I don't have a rider. I haven't for some time.
What happened to them?
We've been separated. And the next in line has not shown itself worthy.
I see.
And as Nim's talking, you don't know if it's from the noxious fumes of this place or just the general way that you feel being here, but
You start to feel nauseous, and you can feel this pressure and pain building right behind your left eye socket.
So, Rim's going to still try to ignore me, remain stoic looking, as if things aren't bothering him. Why am I here?
Because I want to meet the person trying to take Gorta.
Gorta? Is that the name of the blade from my previous dream?
It's the fine.
I'm gonna think for a while.
As you're thinking, trying to figure out what to say next, you fall, strange to say, unconscious, since the last thing you know is that you fell asleep, but you fall unconscious.
Okay. So
Your state of sleep just fades into an utter blackness. Tempest, I need you to roll me a survival check.
14.
You drew out your moon-touched short sword so that you could see a little bit further away, and continued listening to the sounds of branches snapping, trees getting pushed out of the way, and you aligned yourself with what is like directly behind the path that you think this creature is walking, so that you can start to follow it. And in the light of your short sword, you can see relatively freshly crunched down like piles of leaves, and this beast's claws are so massive that as it steps forward, even though the ground is dry, you can see like marks where its claws raked across the hard ground and still left a mark.
Tempest is definitely starting to get a little uneasy. More than a little uneasy. Just thinking of the sheer size of this thing.
You have yet to see it. You're not that close, but you are drawing closer. You're within the hundreds of feet instead of thousands of feet at this point.
Do another scan for Oberyn.
Roll perception.
8.
You do not see Oberyn. However, as you are looking around trying to find him, something catches your eye in the light of your short sword. It stands out because there's just a little bit of an eye glint that you catch. And perched in a tree, about 15 feet away from you, 20 feet, like right on the edge of where that dim light is coming, you see two eyes in a tree.
But animal eyes, not...
They appear to be animal eyes.
Gotcha. He's a druid. I will take note of that something appears to be watching me, and continue on the path.
Okay. You continue following where this creature seems to be going. How close do you get to it? You know, you're within hundreds of feet. How close do you let yourself get?
Well, all of my ranger abilities require me to be within 60 feet. So I feel like that would be the knee-jerk reaction for Tempest's, like, trying to get eyes on something. Like, she's got a pretty good idea of, like, what 60 feet is because that's when she gets a really good idea of what she's looking at.
So is that your goal?
Yes.
As you approach within 60 feet of it, are you trying at all to be stealthy, or are you just continuing to track?
I would start trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
At least not, like, just tromping through. I'm trying to be quieter than it is.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
9.
As you get within about 100 feet of this creature, you still can't see it. And you're trying to be quieter than it is, and you feel like you're doing a decent job of succeeding. And then you notice that it stopped moving. Roll perception.
I'm gonna die. Oh, that's good. Oh, okay, well, it was an 18, and then I knocked it. So 24.
With a 24, you've noticed that it stops. So you stop, and you're listening, and you just hear... And the growl and the sniffing it goes from pointing away from you to you like hear this massive head pivoting as it's growling and just hear more. And you feel the ground shake a little bit as it starts to turn around.
At this point, she remembers that she has dark vision as a spell.
Does dark vision have any verbal components?
Yes.
And you're casting dark vision?
So it is verbal, somatic, and material. Which requires all of the things. Yes. Yes, I will. And put away my sword. So hopefully it has a harder time catching me.
You cast dark vision on yourself. What's the dark vision spell give you range-wise?
60 feet.
60 feet.
So I can't see it yet.
But you hear it approaching. You imagine that it's about 100 feet away at this point. And it is still... It'll turn 15 degrees to one side. It takes a couple steps forward and then turns back towards your direction. Kind of goes past where it would be pointing directly at you. It gets to about 80 feet away from you. It gets to within 60 feet of you, and you see, just right as it enters the range at which you can see, this bear's snout. It is at eye level with you, and it is the size of a dinner plate.
Its eye is the size of a dinner plate?
No, the tip of its nose. The black spot of its nose is about eye level with you, and the size of a dinner plate.
But it's 60 feet away.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you do?
Hunter sense.
Okay, what does Hunter sense do?
Since I'm now in the 60 feet and I can see it, I immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what it is.
Does this have any sort of components to it?
No.
Okay. So, resistances or immunities?
All of the above. Immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what the creature is.
None of the above. This is a corrupted ancient dire bear. It is a large beast. Okay. It takes another step forward, and because dark vision is supposed to be like grayscale, you don't see it in color, but what you do recognize is that, like, along the side of its jaw, coming around one eye, you can see, like, this broken out branch-like pattern of extra dark patch of its skin, like a lightning strike pattern.
I will also cast Primeval Awareness.
Alright.
Pretty much just to tell if it is undead. Because if it's aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
I think that what has caused this is not going to fall under any of those things, but because I don't know that it would account for this, I will just tell you, since it is unnatural, it appears to be afflicted with some sort of, like, negative energy, almost curse.
I feel like that would count.
That's why I'm giving it to you. Like, there's probably nothing that the rules would, on their own, have that would account for this.
Also, because this is just a reconnaissance mission, I'm just, doing all the stuff to...
But also, it's in range to see, or for you to see it now.
Mm-hmm. Which means it can see me clearly.
That's not what it means.
Ooh, what do his eyes look like?
Dark black spots-ish. You see
So
in
they're
grayscale.
They're not foggy white.
Roll for initiative. What did you get?
13.
This bear is 55 feet away from you. It is deeply smelling the air in your direction and continues to be approaching you. what do? You've cast your primeval sense, and you have an idea of what's going on with this bear, but you have not fully engaged it yet, and it does not seem like it knows exactly where you are yet.
I'm going to start very quietly moving.
All right. Are you going to be stealthily moving away?
Yeah.
All right. You'll move at half your movement.
I have to roll stealth.
Yes.
17.
Which direction do you move? It's to the northeast of you.
Southwest, then.
Okay, so kind of staying in line with it, but just 15 feet back to half the movement.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do another scan for Oberon. Or do I have to wait until the bear moves?
You back up 15 feet. You can no longer see the bear, and you start scanning around for Oberon. Roll your perception check.
15.
You do not see Oberon, but you see the shine of some eyes. About 10 feet up a tree to your right.
Okay. Is it the bear's turn now?
Yes.
Because I have what I want to do next, but we're in initiative, so.
It continues to approach as you're scanning around to see if Oberon is nearby. And you notice that it's now within about 45 feet of you.
So I can see it again.
You believe you can see it fully again. It's a large, hulking mass. Like the nose was at about eye level, and you see its back hunches up another couple feet. It's at least 7 feet wide from what you can see. It's lumbering in your direction. Still just sniffing for you. It is your turn.
How far away was the tree that Oberon's in?
About 10 feet.
And he's 10 feet up.
Yeah.
Too bad I can't jump that high.
There are trees within, a few feet of you.
I will continue stealthily backing up to the tree that Oberon is in.
Okay, so you step a few feet over to the side. Roll me a stealth check.
18.
You have stepped over to the tree that you've seen the creature in. You have 5 feet of movement.
Start going up the tree.
You start climbing up the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. You have, do you have a climb speed?
I don't know.
If you don't have a climb speed, then it would just be a check.
So, yeah, no, I don't think I have a climb speed. I have a swim speed.
Alright, roll me an athletics.
Okay. 17.
You climb about 5 feet up this tree. The bear continues to walk in the last direction that you were at as you move kind of to the side, and it is now about 30 feet away from you. Roll me a stealth check.
13.
It's now within 30 feet of you, and it takes a deep breath in, turns, and you feel like it's looking directly at you. It is your turn.
I'm gonna look at Oberon. The owl that I think is Oberon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It looks down at you.
I found it! It's cursed.
It nods.
What do you want to do with this information?
It nods.
Okay.
It looks at the bear. It blinks.
I'm going
It looks at you.
to climb higher, so I can be eye level when it eats me.
Roll me an athletics check to climb higher in the tree. Are you going to be doing it stealthily?
Yes. Also going to use my inspiration. That's better. 15.
You've managed to climb to a total of about 15 feet up this tree. You can see.
So I'm above Oberon now.
You are above where the bear is. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
It walks over to the tree. And it is only a couple feet away from the base of the tree. It puts a paw on on the tree where you just were. And you just hear this cracking sound as it rakes its claws where you were clung to the tree moments ago. It is your turn.
I don't know. I'm going to hold.
The owl that was on a branch just slightly below you hops and skips a couple branches up the tree. It's now about 25 feet into the tree. Would you like to take your turn?
How tall is the tree?
Like in the neighborhood of 150 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to keep climbing up higher.
You've reached a point where there are branches, so you can climb the tree more easily. But yes, roll me an athletics check.
18.
Are you attempting to be stealthy as
Yes.
you do this? Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Also 18.
You climb another 15 feet up the tree. You're now about 30 feet in the tree.
Yeah, I'm well over it again.
Do you do anything else?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't know what else to do.
You feel the tree sway as the bear puts both of its paws on the tree, and you hear this cracking sound as its massive paws dig into the side of it, and it scratches down the side of the tree from where it can reach standing from about 10 feet below you.
That's very tall.
It's a large creature standing.
I know.
It is your turn.
How high up in the tree am I now?
You're about 30 feet.
Okay, I'll keep going up a little higher.
Roll me another athletics check.
Yes, I'm being stealthy. That's a 9.
Okay. And roll me a stealth check.
That's a 19.
So, you start to reach up and try to take one more step up, and your foot slips as you go to push off of the branch below you. But you've managed to grab handholds above you in 2 different spots, and you catch yourself. And it sounds like the noise that you made was not any louder than the bear trying to claw you from the. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
17.
The bear has clawed down the side of the tree and not managed to reach anything. It hasn't been able to get to where it can really see from what you can tell, because it's been doing everything based off of scent so far and feel. So it puts its front paws down on the ground, and it gives a slight roar in what feels like frustration. And then it's still within your dark vision. So you can see as it plants its feet, rocks back, and then shoulder checks the tree. And we're going to end tonight's session as Tempest falls from the tree.
No! It was a really high deck save. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Adventures in Erylia. You can help the show out a ton by sharing episodes on social media and telling your friends. You can support the show by donating to us monthly at patreon.com/Adventures in Erylia. Your support helps us buy new equipment to improve the show, as well as commission art to help create visuals of our world. Lastly, we'd like to thank the artists who allow us to use their music in our show: Monument Studios, Dark Fantasy Studio, Michael Gelfi, Tabletop Audio, Scott Buckley, Joel Stedler, Ovani Sound, Alexander Nakarada from Creator Chords, Windswept, Adrian Von Ziegler, and Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. You can find links to all of these wonderful artists at adventuresinerylia.com/music.